Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Translation by Swami Vivekananda. We'll now start the translation of chapter 2, Sadhana Pada. Here only translation is read out for the introduction purpose. Detailed commentary you may refer to the book. Chapter 2, Sadhana Pada. Concentration, its practice. Sutra 1. Tapaha swadhyayeshvara pranidhanani kriya yogaha. Mortification, study and surrendering fruits of work to God are called kriya yoga. Sutra 2. Samadhi bhavanartha kleshat anukaranarthascha. They are for the practice of samadhi and minimizing the pain-bearing obstruction. Sutra 3. Avidya asmita raga dvesha abhinivesha klesha. The pain-bearing obstructions are ignorance, egoism, attachment, aversion and clinging to life. Sutra 4. Avidya kshetram uttaresham prasupta tanu vicchinno dharanam. Ignorance is the productive field of all of them that follow, whether they are dormant, attenuated, overpowered or expanded. Sutra 5. Anitya asuchi dukkha-namatsu nitya shuchi sukhatma khatir vidya. Ignorance is taking that which is non-eternal, impure, painful and non-self for the eternal, pure, happy Atman, the Self. Sutra 6. Druga darshana shaktyo reka atmate va asmita. Egoism is the identification of the seer with the instrument of seeing. Sutra 7. Sukha anushayi ragaha. Attachment is that which dwells on pleasure. Sutra 8. Dukkhanushayi dveshaha. Aversion is that which dwells on pain. Sutra 9. Swara savahi vidushopi tatha rudho bhiniveshaha. Flowing through its own nature and established even in the learned is the clinging to life. Sutra 10. Te prati prasavaheyaha sukshmaha. They to be rejected by opposite modifications are fine. Sutra 11. Dhyana ayeyasta druttayaha. By meditation, their modifications are to be rejected. Small commentary on this. Meditation is one of the great means of controlling the rising of these big waves. By meditation, you can make the mind subdue these waves, and if you go on practicing meditation for days and months and years until it has become a habit, until it will come in spite of yourself, anger and hatred will be controlled and checked. Sutra 12. Klesha mulaha karmashayo drushta adrushta janma vedaniyaha. The receptacle of works has its root in these pain-bearing obstructions and their experience in this visible life or in the unseen life. Sutra 13. Satimule tatdvipako jatyar yurbhoga. The root being there, the fruition comes in the form of species, life and expression of pleasure and pain. Sutra 14. te lada paritapa falaha punya punya hetutvat. They bear fruit as pleasure or pain caused by virtue or vice. Sutra 15. Parinama tapa sanskara dukkhair gunavrutti virodhascha dukkham eva sarvam vivekina. To the discriminating, all is as it were painful on account of everything bringing pain, either in the consequences or in apprehension or in attitude caused by impressions, also on account of the counteractions of qualities. Sutra 16. Heyam dukkham anagatam. The misery which is not yet come is to be avoided. Sutra 17. Drashta drushyayo sanyogo heya hetuha. The cause of that which is to be avoided is the junction of seer and the seen. Sutra 18. Prakasha kriya sthitishīlam bhutendriyatmakan bhogapavargarthan drushyam. The experienced is composed of the elements and organs, is of the nature of illumination, action and inertia, and is for the purpose of experience and release of the experiencer. Sutra 19. Vishesha avishesha linga matra lingani gunaparvani. The states of the qualities are the defined, the undefined, the indicated only, and the signless. Sutra 20. Drashta drushimatra shuddhopi pratyayanu. The seer is intelligence only, and though pure, seen through the coloring of the intellect. Sutra 21. Tadartha evam drusyasya atma. The nature of the experience is for him. A small commentary. Nature has no light of its own. As long as the Purusha is present in it, it appears light. But the light is borrowed just as the moon's light is reflected. All the manifestations of nature are caused by this nature itself, according to yogis, but nature has no purpose in view except to free the Purusha. Sutra 22. Krutarthan prati nashtam apyanashtam tadanya sadharanatvat. Though destroyed for him whose goal has been gained, yet is not destroyed, being common to others. The whole idea of this nature is to make the soul know that it is entirely separate from nature, and when the soul knows this, nature has no more attractions for it, but the whole of nature vanishes only for that man who has become free. There will always remain an infinite number of others for whom nature will go on working. Sutra 23. Sa Swami Shaktyo Swarupa Upalabdhi Hetuha Sanyogaha. Junction is the cause of the realization of the nature of both the powers, the experienced and its Lord. Sutra 24. Tasya hetur avidya. Ignorance is its cause. Sutra 25. Tad bhavat sanyoga bhavo hanam tadrushe kaivalyam. There being absence of that ignorance, there is absence of junction, which is the thing to be avoided, that is the independence of the seer. Sutra 26. Viveka khatir viplava hano payaha. The means of destruction of ignorance is unbroken practice of discrimination. Sutra 27. Tasya saptadha pranta bhumiya prajna. His knowledge is of the sevenfold highest ground. Sutra 28. Yoganga anushthanad ashuddhi kshaye jnana diptira viveka khyate. By the practice of the different parts of yoga, the impurities being destroyed, knowledge becomes effulgent up to discrimination. Sutra 29. Yama niyama asana pranayama pratyahara dharana dhyana samadhayo shtava angani. Yama, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi are the limbs of yoga. Sutra 30. Ahimsa asatyasteya brahmacharya parigraha yamaha. Non-killing, truthfulness, non-stealing, continence and non-receiving are called yama. Sutra 31. Jati desha kala samayanavachna sarvabhauma mahavratam. These unbroken by time, place, purpose and caste are universal great vows. Short commentary. There is no exemption. These practices, non-killing, non-stealing, chastity and non-receiving, are to be practiced by every man, woman and child, by every soul, irrespective of nation, country or position. Sutra 32. Saucha santosha tapaha swadhyaya ishvara pranidhanani niyama. Internal and external purification, contentment, mortification, study and worship of God are the niyamas. External purification is keeping the body pure. A dirty man will never become a yogi. There must be internal purification also, that is obtained by the first name virtues. Of course, internal purity is of greater value than external, but both are necessary, and external purity without internal is of no good. Sutra 33. Vitarka badhane pratipaksha bhavanam. To obstruct thoughts which are inimical to yoga, contrary thoughts will be brought. Sutra 34. Vitarka hinsadayah krutakarita anumodita lobha krodha moha purvaka mrudu madhyama adhimatra dukkha jnana ananta phala iti pratipaksha bhavanam. The obstructions to yoga are killing, etc., whether committed, caused or approved, either through avarice or anger or ignorance, whether slight, middling or great, and result is innumerable ignorances and miseries. This is the method of thinking the contrary. Sutra 35. Ahimsa pratisthayam tat sannidho vairatyagaha. Non-killing being established, in his presence all amenities cease in others. Small commentary. If a man gets the idea of non-injuring others, before him even animals which are by their nature ferocious will become peaceful. The tiger and the lamb will play together before that yogi and will not hurt each other. When you have come to that state, then alone you will understand that you have become firmly established in non-injuring. Sutra 36. Satya pratisthayam kriya phalashrayatvam. By the establishment of truthfulness, the yogi gets the power of attaining for himself and others the fruits of work without the works. Sutra 37. Asteya pratisthayam sarvaratnopasthanam. By the establishment of non-stealing, all wealth comes to the yogi. The more you fly from nature, the more she follows you, and if you do not care for her at all, she becomes your slave. Sutra 38. Brahmacharya pratisthayam viryalabha. By the establishment of continence, energy is gained. Sutra 39. Aparigraha sthairye janma kathan anta sambodha. When he is fixed in non-receiving, he gets the memory of past life. 40. Shauchat swangaju gupsa paraira sansargaha. Internal and external cleanliness being established, arises disgust of one's own body and non-intercourse with other bodies. 41. Sattva shuddhi sau manasaikangre indriya jayatma darshana yogyatvanicha. There also arises purification of the sattva, cheerfulness of the mind, concentration, conquest of the organs, and fitness for the realization of the self. 42. Santoshad anuttamaha sukhalabhaha. From contentment comes superlative happiness. 43. Kaye indriya siddhir shuddhikshayat tapasaha. The result of mortification is bringing powers to the organs and the body by destroying the impurity. 44. Swadhyayad ishtadevata samprayogaha. By repetition of the mantram comes the realization of the intended deity. The higher the beings that you want to get, the harder is the practice. Sutra 45. Samadhi siddhir ishvara pranidhanat. By sacrificing all to Ishvara comes samadhi. By resignation to the Lord, samadhi becomes perfect. Sutra 46. Sthira sukham asanam. Posture is that which is firm and pleasant. A little bit elaboration here, as it is very important. Sutra. Now comes asana, posture. Until you can get a firm seat, you cannot practice the breathing and other exercises. The seat being firm means that you do not feel the body at all. Then, alone, it has become the firm. But in the ordinary way, you will find that as soon as you sit for few minutes, all sorts of disturbances come into the body. But when you have got beyond the idea of a concrete body, you will lose all sense of the body. You will feel neither pleasure nor pain. And when you take your body up again, it will feel so rested. It is the only perfect rest that you can give to the body. When you have succeeded in conquering the body and keeping it firm, your practice will remain firm. But while you are disturbed by the body, your nerves become disturbed and you cannot concentrate the mind. We can make the seat firm by thinking of the infinite. We cannot think of the absolute infinite, but we can think of the infinite sky. 47. Prayatna Shaithilya Ananta Samapatibhyam. By slight effort and meditating on the unlimited, posture becomes firm and pleasant. 48. Tato dvanda anibhighataha. Sit being conquered, the dualities do not obstruct. The dualities are good and bad, heat and cold, and all the pairs of opposites. 49. Tasmin sati shvasa prashvasa yogarti vichhedaha pranayamaha. Controlling the motion of the exhalation and the inhalation follows after this. 50. Bahyabhya antarastambha vruttih deshak kala sankhya paridrushto dirgha sukshmaha. Its modification are either external or internal or motionless, regulated by place, time and number, either long or short. 51. Bahyabhya antara vishaya akshepi chaturthaha. The fourth is restraining the prana by directing it either to the external or internal objects. 52. Tataha kshiyate prakasha avaranam. From that, the covering to the light of the chitta is attenuated. 53. Dharanasu cha yogyata manasa. The mind becomes fit for dharana. 54. Svavishaya samprayoge chittasya swarupa anukara ivendriyanam pratyaharaha. The drawing in of the organs is by their giving up their own objects and taking the form of the mind stuff. Here we conclude chapter 2. Then we proceed to the chapter 3 Vibhuti Pada in the next video.